Welcome back to Warrington Basketball. We are joined again by Rick Dell. Today we're going to be doing a specialist ultimate team. So it's going to be your top 5 referees from the Warrington leagues. I suppose we can go from 5th place up to 1st. Yeah. Take the floor.
Yeah, so the number 5 in my list is a name that you may remember, but Ian Austin. Actually didn't get to level 3, but proved that with listening to referees and all the referees that were around him and learning the rules, that with his own qualities and skills, that you can be a good referee. I mean, I wrote in some notes as well, so if I turn to one side, it's me reading them. But he always largely remained very calm and controlled, as well as he concentrated on learning the rules, where I might have had to force him to learn a few, but he definitely learned them, and he was respected by many of the players. Had very good body language, so he was one of the referees I always looked to referee, men's finals, mixed league finals, semi-finals. So he was number 5. He actually, when I started in 2009, he was there, and he was there for at least 5 of the 7 years I was there. So he also ticks the box for longevity as well as the quality of his refereeing.
Really nice bloke in Austin as well. So not long ago that I spoke to. He's just moved back up to Warrington. He's a nice bloke.
Well, I hope he refs for you.
Yeah, well, I'll try and get him in.
Refs for you. And say hello to him from me. Because out of the 5, he's the only one really I'm thinking here that I've not spoken to for a while, or there might be one more actually. So number 4, probably now more renowned as a player, and it has been renowned as a player, is Michael Salabank. So he became a level 3 as well, and he was there 3-4 years in the men's league on Tuesday, refereeing every week. He played in the Ball Hall Lakers, and they got to semi-finals and the odd final in the men's league. So he was a very talented Division 3 National League player, actually. Yeah. But as a referee, he develops in his game management, and from his first day to this is what from Warrington and from the Warrington Ball Hall League, and Michael Salabank refereed a lot for us at the Ball Hall. Yeah. Okay. Ready to move on to number 3, yeah?
Number 3, go for it.
Number three. Another, all of these people, by the way. But, the age of 18, I think it was. Don't think it was before 19. Jackson Lord.
Jackson Lord. Brilliant.
Got into the Senior National League, did the Harris tournament. Always impressed by his calmness and methodicalness as a referee. Didn't get flustered with people getting into his personal space much. I didn't notice it much. Again, I refereed Senior National League with him. I did Division 4 when we went over to Bradford with him. Refereed the game well, got good feedback off a Division 1 men's coaches there. And he was one of the best refs that came out of that Warrington Ball Hall.
Again, when he's back in Warrington, he still referees. So I still get him doing games. Yeah, he's brilliant.
Good. So you should. You're gaining some knowledge there. I recently communicated with him on Facebook, actually, with him, and he appreciated the help he got in the past. Yeah, which was good. Yeah. He was one of those nice characters that
get loads
in his era.
Feedback on Jackson when he is in. Everyone makes a comment, and they really appreciate him coming in. He is a very good referee. Really good.
So you've had him refereeing for you?
Yeah. And he's also done a bit of supervision and stuff with the younger guys as well.
Good.
He loves it. He absolutely loves it. Yeah. It's hard. He's up to Scotland a lot of the time, so he's But when he is back in Warrington, and straight onto, he probably drives him mad.
Yeah, you definitely want him in there for your close games. You want him in there with young referees that you've identified could be good in the future and could benefit from refereeing with him. And you know, in the important games, I would have him down if I had the choice. So yeah, he's 3. In fact, the top 3 particularly, there is a bit between them, but they're all would fall into that. You know, I'd look at them to do a final. I'd look at them to do an important game, to arbitrate the game fairly consistently, and they'd get a lot of respect from the players. So Jackson, with his calmness, and was always interested in learning more as well. You know, he'd always be coming up to me asking me about rules and what's this or what's that. So he showed that enthusiasm, and I hope that he identifies that with your future young crop of refs and helps them. Yeah. So it gets us to the top 2, which I've already said off air. I find incredibly, for personal reasons, not maybe common sense reasons, very hard, because I think the one I'm placing at number 2 has been the most talented referee I've seen come out of the Warrington Ball Hall. Not that the one in first place, when we get to him, isn't talented. He is. But my second place one is Tom Brinksman. Tom, straight away, I knew he could be a level 3 referee and beyond if he wanted to be. Very likeable. I really liked him straight away as a person and as a referee. I regard him as a friend, even though I don't see him now. Yeah. He refereed Senior National League. He refereed the Harris tournament. I made a couple of notes here, but definitely the most naturally talented referee. And I've even talked to Colin Highmarch, who's seen a lot of your sort of young ones that still to get to that level. Yeah, have just started their journey, and there's no one there yet at his level. That's not to say they won't get there. Yeah. Who knows? In 2 years, 5 years from now, what will happen? But based on today in 2020, the most talented referee I've seen in the Warrington Ball Hall was Tom, and he really could achieve more. He's moved to London, we know. Don't want to concentrate on anything else other than the positive points, really. But yeah, Tom, if I had a final, I'd be putting his name down. Yeah. And of course, we did a lot of 3-person refereeing in my day there, and you know, he learnt that, and then was in the end that good that he was helping to train the other referees and 3-person mechanics and refereeing as well, because he'd done it every week for several years. So after that, he was
tutor, I think, Tom Brinksman as well. I think he's
streetwise, he's smart, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Feel for the game was there. Once we'd helped him with that isn't a technical and this is a technical, which still, I know I can see you smiling, Josh, but we all, including myself, we all need to learn more in that area. Yeah. Once he'd got that and learnt some nuances, he really was the final product level 3, young level 3 for Basketball England. Yeah. So he was. He'd be some of my friends. He's number 1 actually, but he's my number 2, and maybe I should have made him joint 1. But that is what it is. Because my ranked 1 is Matthew Jennings. Because he has achieved the most. Yeah. Ultimately, he is talented. I don't think. In the early years at Warrington, if we were basing on a top 5 at Warrington, he always looked like to me that he could get there, and I wanted him to get there, and I was helping him to get there right from day one. I knew him when he was about 13, in fact. And I helped him with his level 2, never mind his level 3. But he worked hard. He was probably more like me, that he worked hard to get where he got, where he, natural talent. Tom, we just had to focus him in on what he needed to do, and he did it, and he got there. Matt got there by hard work and talent. So we can't, it was just like Tom was slightly more talented, if you know what I mean, but Matt had the determination. Went to Copenhagen, did He's done 2 years worth, at least, of Final Fours and finals in the National League, which is amazing. And for a referee from Warrington as well. So if you've got referees at Warrington wondering, well, what happens to referees at Warrington? You can be Matt Jennings. He listened to what I said. Sometimes it took, I remember one occasion one week where he disagreed with me 1 week, the next week he said, no, you were right. So, but he learned and he listened and he got better. And then he went on to do even Division 1 men as well, and has been assessed by really good assessors in the National League. Nothing but love, respect and admiration for what he's achieved as a referee. I am so pleased for him, what he's done, and ultimately, you know, we want to get more people like Matt on that journey. I say talent, and I'll talk about the talent of Tom, actually. I actually have somebody at NBC, and I will name him because I want to encourage referees and encourage them. He's called Dylan, and he's at NBC. He's only just 18, so really I've only been helping him between 14 and 17, and he is the most talented I've ever seen in a teenager. But it's like pieces on a jigsaw. He's got quite a lot and a lot of natural ability. He keeps up with play really well, understands the feel for the game and what needs to be called, what doesn't need to be called, how you manage players, how you manage coaches. He's very nice. He's got a nice personality, a nice way with him. But there's a few more pieces in the jigsaw that have to go on for him to be anywhere near as good as somebody like Tom or Matt.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's 18 and they're well, Matt's 22 and Tom's even older, so they've had the chance to develop their...
Matt's another one that's is probably six years after me, messaging him all the time and trying to get him in.
Right.
Done quite a bit of supervision with the younger guys for us. And, he's a good lad, isn't he, Matt?
Well, with somebody like Matt, I have to say, he's not only a good young referee, very well developed, but you have Matt. I'm going to stick up for Matt here, and and all the referees that people get asked by you and other people at ball halls or sports halls. You know, show your appreciation to them. I'm sure you do, and hopefully they do come back to help again and put back in for. Really, obviously, Matt's got a lot out of the game. I mean, he must have, the last couple of years, refereed about 4 or 5 national junior finals at Bellevue.
Yeah.
Division 1 men. I mean, some of the better teams. He deservedly got his appointments, but even deservedly, you know, he has been given a lot there, which it's good to see it put back. I've not done some of the things he's done myself, even though I've refereed for 24 seasons.
Yeah.
I'm more experienced, and I put in. So, that's what you need, and ultimately, that's what referees have to do. They have to.
I've asked him to get on the channel.
Something, put in again, but you've got to show your appreciation, Josh, as well. I'm sure you do.
Yeah. I've tried getting him on the channel, and he's a copper now, isn't he? So he's the busiest bloke.
Yes. But if he's listening and he listens to this, you need to. He's got the angle of helping the young refs to the fact that he is actually a young ref. I actually got him to meet Dylan, my sort of, and Dylan isn't the only one that's got a good future at NBC. There are many others at the moment. It's just that Dylan's at the moment in the 18 in the middle of his level 3. There are ones that are younger than him and could end up, even further on than him. Who's to know? But they met each other and got on very well, and it was a very good thing because Matt passed on stuff, and he was a similar age to them. And yourself, you don't to lose things in translation between an older, experienced referee and a young person. So that's where Matt can actually come in and say, "Well, this is the way it is now," and he can help like that. But time is valuable to referees. Extra time trying to find it to develop other referees and come down. It's hard, but you don't give up on him then, Josh.
Appreciate it, Rick. Thank you very much for giving us your top 5 referees in the Warrington Leagues.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. Thank you for the opportunity.